Good evening, my beautiful kings and queens. I hope that this has been a beautiful and a blessed day for you all. So, just a quick reminder that the same Christ that healed, the same Christ that spread the gospel, the same Christ that said, "Love thy neighbor as thyself," is the same Christ or the same man that became angered and flipped tables. A lot of people think that when you are walking on a spiritual path or you are walking on a path to enlightenment, that it is pure love and light, that it is just I'm just going to turn the cheek every time. And that could be so far from the truth. That is why a lot of people are left feeling tricked by spiritual people, and that is because they don't understand that to each coin there is two sides. When Christ walked into the synagogues and saw that they were gambling amongst the things that were holy, that they were dishonoring the very temple of God, he was angered to the point that he flipped over the tables, and he said, "Be angry, but sin not." There are certain angers, or there are certain feelings that when they come up in you, they are holy. It's holy anger. God saw that he left these people in position of the temple. And when Christ walked in, instead of doing the duties that they were supposed to be doing, they were dishonoring the temple in itself. And he became consumed with holy anger. But he did not sin. And that is the key. You can be righteously frustrated. You can be righteously angered when you see foolishness, when you see dishonesty, when you see things that do not stand in alignment with the fruits of the Spirit, and that is okay. And a lot of people may be taken aback when they see someone that is spiritual become angry and become moved by that anger. They think that, wait a second, you're supposed to be all love and light, and that is true. You are love and light, but just as the moon rotates, there is a dark side of the moon, there is a light side of the moon. There is a time when the sun takes over from the moon and you don't see the moon, and there's a time where the moon takes over from the sun and you do not see the sun. And they are both heavenly bodies, and they are both taking their position. They are both taking their time and their assignment. It is the same thing with God. When he puts holy anger in you, people may think like, oh my God, don't let anybody, sweetheart, make you feel bad for feeling your emotions. I spoke a while back about the different stages of healing. You will go through certain stages where there will be acceptance, there will be denial, there will be grief, there will be a time where I'm at right now is like everything is just, it's a joke. It's a joke to me, because when you look over all the things that you have allowed people to do to you, when you look back and you see how many times they have played in your face and have tried you, it literally, as you're going through that healing journey, it becomes funny. And a lot of people, when they do evil to you, they expect you to just get over it, because they are over it, because they did not feel the pain, because they did not feel the frustration. So they'll tell you to get over it. Point being, like, we are in Black History Month, and yes, that happened how many years ago? Slavery happened how many years ago? But people are still dealing with the residue of the hurt. People are still dealing with the ancestral trauma. People are still dealing with the injustices and the unfairity. You cannot tell somebody that was then, get over it, get over it. You cannot, because everyone heals at their own pace. And just because you are walking with Christ, just because you are on your spiritual path, does not mean that you are going to be happy-go-lucky all the time. It does not mean that you are going to continuously allow people to play with you. There is a time that you forgive And sometimes you can forgive, but you cannot forget. Those memories are still in your mind. That pain, that trauma is still stored in your body. And don't allow anyone to make you feel bad for feeling, because if you deny yourself feeling, if you deny yourself going through the motions and going through the healing process, you are denying yourself, and you bury that. You bury that. What happened to me when I was overdosed, abused, lied on, when I was treated like less than a human? If I don't feel that, if I don't express what I went through, you store that in your body. And not only will it make you physically sick, not only will it make you emotionally sick, it stays there. And if you're not careful, you pass that on. That is why healing is so important. That is why sometimes you are in the love and light, and sometimes you can go to your dark side. And a lot of people, they make it seem like, oh, because you are Christian, you have to forget, and you just have to move on. And that could be so much further from the truth. You are allowed to feel. You are allowed to go through your stages of healing. Don't let anybody talk you out of that, religion or not. Whatever stage of enlightenment you are on, or wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you gotta heal. Stop suppressing these things. Stop burying your emotional trauma. Stop allowing people, because of who they think you should be, or because of the idea that they have of you in their head. Stop allowing that to put pressure on you to be love and light all day long. Christ even got angry. The same man that said, take up your mat and walk, the same man that said, love the neighbor as yourself, he flipped a table. He flipped a table. And a lot of people don't know how to handle that when the anointed ones, the ones that are always moving in love and light, when you start flipping tables, people are going to be a bit taken back, because they're like, whoa, 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 wasn't you just the one that fed with the loaves of fish and bread and stuff? Now you out here flipping tables? Yes, because it is righteous anger. It is righteous anger. And don't let nobody, when I say nobody, don't allow anybody from making you feel what you are feeling. They might say, oh, get over that. Oh, you were abused so long ago. Oh, that was just this and that was just that. Oh, they just did this. No. Feel what you are feeling, and feel it unapologetically. You got to move through the motions. You got to move through the pain. You got to move through, okay, I don't feel like getting up today, but I'm going to do it because I have things that need to be done. I know I'm on assignment. Feel that. Don't try to pretend like you have this smile on your face, like, oh, everything is okay. No, it's not. It is not. You felt the hurt, you felt the pain, you are processing that, and do so at your own speed. Don't let anybody tell you, oh, that was so long ago. Oh, you had that trouble. Oh, he just did this or she just did that. No, you were the one feeling it. Christ was the one feeling, walking in and seeing that the temple that is here to worship God, you guys are profaning it. He felt that, and he flipped the table, and he did not sin for flipping the table. So don't let anyone make you feel like, oh, you fell off of your spiritual journey because you got upset. Oh, you're no longer who you say you are because you told so-and-so your true feelings, or you stood your ground. No, you're still that person. You are still that love. You are still that light, but you are processing what you have been through, and rightfully so. You don't let anyone tell you, get over it. It's just like the Holocaust. How dare you tell someone to get over the Holocaust? How dare you tell someone to get over slavery? How dare you tell someone to get over the fact that my ancestors were beaten? My ancestors fought for freedom. My ancestors fought for the basic civil rights that they have today. And you are violating my civil rights. How dare you tell anyone, oh, just get over it. Just put it behind you. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You will heal in your own time. You will heal. I don't know what you may be going through, to my kings and queens listening. I don't know what you may be going through, but feel it. Feel it. Sit with it, because anytime you suppress that, it's going to come back up. And when it comes back up later, you're not going to like it. So whatever you're feeling at the time, sit with it. Sit with it. Whatever you got to do, you got to cry, cry. You got to pray, pray. You got to call for emotional help and support, do that. Because one thing that you don't want to do, you don't want to suppress what you're going through. This is why we have generational trauma. This is why we have toxic family. This is why we have toxic situations, because no one processes the pain. They just, oh, you just need prayer. No, you got to feel that. There are certain things that, you can pray about certain things, but certain things like emotionally, you got to go through it. And don't let anyone tell you that, hey, your healing is over. Hey, your time to grieve is over. Your time of flipping tables is over. Absolutely not. And this is why history is so thwarted. This is why history is so